that because I paused the recording before you all came in here, and I meant to turn it back on. So we now have our recording going for them. So Hosam, does it answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So now it's time to have us all get to know each other a little better. We don't have a ton of time. So I was thinking it might be kind of fun if we were to go ahead and do a little bit of sharing where we're coming from. So this product I'm showing you is called Wheel of Names, and it comes from wheelofnames.com. It is a free online raffle drawing tool that you can access at any time, and you can put in up to 500 names into it and be able to run a drawing. So we're going to use it tonight to determine who's going to share what first. So we're going to share when it's your turn, what your name is, where you're from, and something fun about yourself. So I thought I'd just give you an example by sharing who I am. I am Lion Jody Burmester, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin, which is located about 2 hours north of Lions Club's international headquarters. And my little fun fact that I don't think anyone on this call knows is that I was a theater geek when I was younger, and I starred in my first play when I was 12 years old. It was a children's play, and I played Princess Happy. And my best friend happened to be this penguin. And it's kind of ironic that when I was 12, I received this stuffed penguin, and now we're all part of Team Sheehan, which is full of penguins. So that's my quick share with you. Now we're going to see who gets to share next. Here we go. Our first sharer is going to be Ron. Ron, I believe you're here. So
yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna.
I've never won anything in my life. How'd I get first?
You're a lucky guy.
Okay.
So Ron, tell us who you are, where you're from, and share something fun.
Oh, I'm Ron Bunnell. I'm from Rapid City, South Dakota. Rapid City is in South Dakota, is in the kind of the center north central part of the United States. It's home of Mount Rushmore. I think people around the world have probably at least seen Mount Rushmore, where it's about 21 miles from here. We just got back from several things this last week, and maybe this is fun about myself. I don't know. I just finished a state convention just a few hours ago. Actually, we drove all the way across the state, and we're back for that. And then we did the USA Canada Forum in Des Moines, Iowa, just about two weeks ago, and that lasted for about it was almost a week long, about 4 or 5 days long. Maybe some of you are there too, but I'll just leave it at that. That's a current thing, and it's kind of fun.
That's awesome. It's so amazing that so many district conventions are happening already. And so I'm guessing was it your multiple district? No, it was your district.
The state convention? Yeah, it was 2 districts. There was 5SE and 5SW.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, welcome, Ron. Thank you for being our first sharer. Let's see who's next on the sharing. It is going to be dun, 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 dun. Ryan, you are up, my friend.
Well, lucky me, eh?
I'm going to
My name's
go
Michael
and
Ryan.
unpin. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Can you get me?
I got you.
Am I live to air? Yeah, I live in Kelso, which is a suburb of a city called Bathurst, which is about 3 hours west of the capital of New South Wales, Sydney. Bathurst is a town of about 30,000 people. Our major claim to fame here is we have the Bathurst 1000 car race every year, which goes worldwide. Some of you may have heard of it. I've been the president 5 times, the secretary, the treasurer. I was been in Lions 20 years. I was the zone coordinator for the northern end of our district, because our district's rather large. I have to drive 5 hours in 3 different directions to get to the edge of it. we're in lockdown at the moment because of the COVID virus. So I haven't been able to visit many clubs. I've got 16 I'm supposed to visit as first vice district governor. I've visited, I've made 4 visits, but one of those was to 3 clubs. So I've got a lot to go. Fun fact about myself, my wife has me building a doll's house for her. And you think building a doll's house is a simple task. Well, I'm wallpapering, I'm carpeting, I'm putting in skirting boards, lighting, electrical. It's a big job. It's taken me quite a while, a number of years, but it's getting there and it'll look great when it's done.
Wow. I remember doll houses, and I've seen how complicated they've gotten since I was a young child. That's a big task. We'd love to see pictures at some point.
Well, you
Welcome.
probably will then. If you want me to submit you to that, I can do that.
That would be
But
awesome.
I should do a few progress pictures. You can see as it develops.
That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll
you
do
for
that.
sharing, Mike.
Okay. Bye.
All right, next up, we are going to have dun, da, da, da. It looks like Greg Palmer is next. Greg, go ahead and unmute yourself and let's hear from you.
All right, I'm unmuted now.
Awesome.
Great. You want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm Greg Palmer from the suburbs of Jackson, Mississippi, and I'll be district governor in July of the southern half of the state, and I'm also president of our local Madison Lions Club. After retiring from working for 3 different international companies, I got into photography full-time, semi-professional photographer. The picture behind me I took in Prague, the Czech Republic, on a 2-week trip down the Danube. And Michael, you'll be happy to know in 2018, my wife and I spent 2 weeks in New Zealand and 2 weeks in Australia. So I've had some of my photography work published. National Geographic liked one of my pictures and published it. So that's about it.
That is not something just anyone can say that they've had some photo published in National Geographics.
Mhm.
That is a beautiful picture behind you. So
Thank you.
what I hear you saying is you're going to be our group photographer, right?
I can be.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
All righty then. Next up, hold on. My computer is going a little slow right this second. Next up, we have, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but this does automatically remove the person's name, so it's going again. Beryl is up next. I don't know if Beryl made it in tonight. These are all the names that were registered for the call. So Beryl, it does not look like has logged in yet. So let's go ahead and go on to our next lucky lion leader. Jim Kaiser, I saw you, my friend. So Jim, how about you unmute and tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, thank you. Well, I live in Darien, Illinois, which just happens to be about 7 miles away from LCI headquarters. And that is a very big disadvantage because when you need something, you can drive there and get it, which is a good advantage. One of my things, I know Irene was on the call and she kind of knows, and I know her too. We both like to talk, and she can speak for herself, but I do like to talk a little bit. One of the things I was very happy of been able to do in the past, 2017, a friend of mine who's an ID right now, Lion Bob Block, asked me to be the band acquisition chair for the parade. Took on the role and we had a lot of fun, and it was a great feeling when the parade was over because then the work was done. That's all I have.
That's fantastic. Hey, I have Jim, thank you for sharing that.
Just a
And
quick question, comment.
yeah.
Bob Block was with us all weekend at our state convention, just so you know.
Oh, that was your state convention Bob was at. Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill Phillipi, since you have to leave, and I'm not sure if all the GAT leaders need to leave, I was going to have you introduce yourselves later, but just in case, we have a number of GAT area leaders on the call with us right now, and would like to give them a chance for you to meet them as well. They are an integral part of our team, and I'd really like if they could take a moment, and I'm just going to go through the list here. Bill, if you could unmute yourself and please introduce yourself and give us a fun fact. Also, tell us which areas you're covering.
Hi, I'm Bill Phillipi, and am I still unmuted and everything?
You are, you look good, and
Okay.
you sound good.
Okay, great. I'm the GAT area leader for Kansas, Iowa, Missouri, and Arkansas. I'm a past international director. I reside in Kansas, and kind of a fun fact is I can see Nebraska from my backyard. I'm right on the border. So there's a lot of difficulty between Big Red and KSU Pride, so that happens. I'm glad to see everybody here tonight. I do have to leave here just shortly, so I just wanted to touch bases with you, let you know I'm here for if somebody has a question, please ask. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for dropping in, and good luck with your next meeting. Connie LeCleir-Meyers is another one of our area leaders. Connie, are you also leaving for that meeting?
Actually, not that meeting, but I have another one I have to go to at 7:30, but I did want to pop in, Jody, so thanks for the invite.
Fantastic. Did you just want to introduce yourself and tell everyone what area you cover?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Connie LeCleir-Meyers, past international director. I served in 2017 to 2019 under two fabulous presidents. I am in area E, which is MD1 Illinois, MD27 Wisconsin, and single district 10 Upper Peninsula Michigan. So I've got 21 districts in every color, shape, size, and adventure you can imagine. And I'm very excited to have the opportunity for group leaders and area leaders to collaborate on global membership approach. I just think it's a wonderful opportunity, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Anything we can do to help, we're here for you.
Thank you, Connie. Really appreciate you dropping in. So I believe Dave Wineman is also here with us. Dave, are you also leaving for a meeting very soon here?
Nope, you got me for the whole time, or at least most of it.
All right, then you don't get to introduce yourself yet, because I got a little shtick before I let you and Potter introduce yourselves.
We can do.
Potter, are you going to be here with us the whole evening or for the whole meeting?
Yes, sure.
Fantastic. All right, so you hold off on your introduction then as well. So those of you that need to leave, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of this team that's supporting these governors. So thanks for dropping in. So let's get back to introducing the rest, letting the rest of you introduce yourselves. All right, next up, and I know that Beryl has joined us. Beryl, I'm going to call on you in a little bit to introduce yourself after you get to see how this whole thing works. So let's see what we've got here for the next person. The next person to introduce themselves is Dawn. Come on down. You are the next contestant on Introduce Yourself, First Vice District Governor.
Well, I'm Dawn Goodsell, and I'm First Vice District Governor for 9 Southwest Iowa. I live on the border between Council Bluffs and Nebraska, so I'm a Nebraska fan. I have worked for Nebraska and stayed in Nebraska for 25 years, and I went to school in Nebraska, so I have to be a Nebraska fan, which causes a problem in our neighborhood. But anyway, I've been president. I just got off being president of our local club here, and it's been a tough transition. I'm still doing some of the work yet, so it's been kind of tough, but I'm excited and I'm a little wondering what I'm doing. So I'm glad we're doing this.
I remember that feeling, Dawn, and hopefully between what we do and what we do with the GAP people and our whole team, in a very short time, we're all going to know what everyone's doing, and you're going to feel very comfortable in the role. So we'll work through it as we go along. Awesome. Thank you. Even though you are a Nebraska fan, you know, coming from Wisconsin, but we don't even want to talk about football in Wisconsin right now. It's not looking so pretty. All right, let's see who's up next. Well, Beryl, why don't we have you go ahead, and what we're doing is we're going through and introducing ourselves. what our name is, where we're from, and just something fun about yourself that you'd like to share with the rest of us.
Okay, my name's Burl Bauer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Burl.
Okay. It takes us a little bit of getting used to. I'm the first vice district governor from District 5 SKN, which is the northern half of Saskatchewan. I come from Lake Lenore, Saskatchewan, which is in pretty well the center of the province, of the populated province. I'm also the current LCIF district coordinator. A little bit of fun fact about myself is I'm pretty proud that it's a way back in 1980, but I delivered my son at home in the bathtub. My wife had the baby in the bathtub, which was unusual at that time, of course. I had two girls. We have two girls before that. And you know how fathers want sons. And I didn't trust the hospital. I thought we better have this one at home so they couldn't switch on me. So that's my
That is definitely a fun fact. Burl, thank you for sharing. Excited to have you here on the team. All right, next up we have Faraday I don't think Faraday has made it yet, so we are going to go ahead and remove her and move on to the next person. Dorothy, it is your turn. Come on down, Dorothy.
Hi. Hi, very good morning, Jody, and to all the first VDGs from all over the world. Happy to be seeing you guys online and looking forward to see you all in Montreal. I'm from the District 308B1, Malaysia. All right. Something about me is that anyway, my whole family is Lions. My husband is a past council chair, and my son is a immediate past president of my club. So basically, when we talk about at home, it's all about Lions because I'm not involved in their business, but I did have my business with in F&B, I own a restaurants, but of course right now no longer. And something that I like very much, like I said, when I own a restaurant, is that you cook a lot. And I do cook a lot. And sometimes I post it as a video so that my Lions in my district are able to learn from each other. I even initiated what I call the Walk with Lions. All right. So yes. So in order to it's a platform for Lions, anybody who has the interest in cooking to come in, especially women. And hopefully, I hope to form a specialty club as for women with this interest. So with that, that's all. Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic, Dorothy. Thank you for sharing that. Excited to learn more about all that you're doing as we move through the year this year.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, next up, there's a lot of us, so there's a few more here to go. We may take a break here and go on to another topic and then come back just to kind of break this up a little bit. And I'm probably going to goof up Grammy's name as well. And I apologize. I do need a little bit of remedial training in how to pronounce names. I thought Grammy made it in. Grammy, are you here? He is here, but is he here?
It's pronounced Graham, not
Graham. Ah, you know, one of the I'm making notes, so I'll do that correctly next time.
No, that's all right. Graham Emery from District Q3 in Queensland. I just live 50k north of Brisbane. I've just spent the last weekend having our district convention, which is the first one to be held in Australia this year. So hopefully the rest of our districts can fulfil their requirements. Currently, we've still got Victoria and New South Wales in lockdown and other borders closed to us as well. So we're still struggling to get around, but in our district, we're right. I've completed 16 visits so far since beginning of July. The furthest I got to go is 900 kilometres west of here on the edge of the desert, on the boundary border of Queensland and New South Wales. That's the furthest I have to go.
it's the best part of the job so far, is going out and meeting all other lions in their own areas and finding out what they're doing and how they're coming out of COVID and what their ideas are going forward.
Graham, I completely agree with you. It is the best part of the job, and the fact you as a vice district governor and some of the others are getting to go out and meet the clubs now is phenomenal. It'll help you be better prepared for your next year and leading the district next year. So that's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here. I know you've got long hauls to make on all your trips, so we appreciate it. All right, let's do one more, and then we're going to move on to something else quick, and then we'll come back to this. So let's see who else is up. I promise you'll all get to introduce yourself throughout the evening. Ah, yes. Yes. So, Hosam, if you'd like to go ahead and unmute yourself, that would be fantastic.
Hi, Lion Dignitaries. I think Jody called me SK, not Hosam. Okay, SK.
Call you SK? All right.
SK, yeah, as in South Korea. Okay, I'm from District 308 A1, same multiple district as Dorothy. My club is called LCS Clarke Quay, and I joined the Lions in April 2012. I'm 68 years old, and in terms of profession, I'm a publisher of 40 years in the area of food and hospitality, and also pets. I noticed you were showing us your cat just now. All right. So I've been the president of the Singapore Media Publisher Association, and also president of the Singapore Pets Association. A few things about my club: we have 47 members, of which 18 are ladies. Our average age is 54, and we have 8 twin clubs spread around Asia, in Malaysia, Taiwan, Philippines, Hong Kong, Thailand, and Indonesia. 2 fun facts: we did something interesting this year. In August, we round up about 75 Lions Club to bake 200,000 cookies, and we distribute to old folks, to 10,000 old folks. And this, in a way, broke the Singapore Book of Records. So it's recorded, and it's something that is quite interesting. And the second thing we just completed is that one of my club members walked around Singapore Island, all right, which is 160 km walk, okay, and raised Singapore dollars 38,000, all right, and this will be donated to the Lions Processing Center, which is a new entity in Singapore. That's all I've got to share. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, SK, did I hear you right? 200,000 cookies.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Very cool. I'd like to hear more about that project later on when you can share. We'll go through some times when we can all share when we've got more time on the agendas as we go through these sessions, but that's fantastic. Congratulations to you and the district.
Thank you.
All righty. It's time for us to switch gears slightly. We'll come back and introduce the rest of you as in a few minutes, but let me share something kind of fun with you. So here we go. Alrighty, you guys are so lucky, as we already met a couple of our GAT leaders. We have GAT leaders and group leaders who are working together, crazy enough to ride on escalators backwards and roll up the stairs, yelling roar, 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 because we are so excited to work with you all and help you be successful. You know, you're going to be getting the most extensive training that any district governor class has ever received in the history of the association. And that's all thanks to those people and those the group leaders that we have coming on board for you. And we're excited. It's hard not to be excited when you have Vice President Brian leading the charge, along with Bruce Beck, Pastor National Director Bruce Beck, and the rest of the team. So we want to share that excitement with you and get you as fired up as we are. So I did cut off and not let the other 2 of our area leaders do an introduction, but how about we go ahead and we have Dave introduce who he is. And by the way, Dave was in the making of that video, and I don't think he got hurt making that video either. Did you?
Nope. Still here. We're alive and well. But and it's truly an honor to be with our next year's district governors. I'm past District Governor Dave Wineman. I'm area leader for Area 1I, what I affectionately call the Midwest Lions Alliance. I live in Sebring, Michigan. The Midwest Lions Alliance has been positive since the first of the Lions year, and we're very proud of that. The DGs and the district GAT teams have done a marvelous job of both encouraging membership and recruiting members. Besides my daytime IT job, I spend much of my time with fellow Lions. And recently I just completed my LCIP training. District Governor-elects, it's my job to make your year a success for you. My wife and I actually do make wine from our own grapes. So there's my fun fact. It's an honor to be with you.
Thank you, Dave. I didn't know you were winemakers. I think we might have to talk, my friend. Maybe a little visit over to your neck of the woods. It can't be that far. So thanks.
Always welcome.
Thanks for joining us. And last but not least of our GAT leaders that are on the call with us is probably the youngest GAT leader we have in the whole globe, across the globe. And that is Leo Lyon Potter. Potter, can you step in and give us a little introduction?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Jody, for your kind invitation. So hello, everyone. So my name is Leo Lyon Potter. I'm from Malaysia, actually the same district with VDG Dorothy, and in the same multiple district with SK, KK, and also Connie. Very nice to be with all of you and learning from all the vice district governor. Well, I'm currently the GATE area leaders in Constitutional Area 5, particularly in charge of multiple district 308. So I also have the privilege to serve as a board member as Leo Lyon Board Liaison under the leadership of past President Dr. Choi. So, yep, very happy to meet everyone and all the best to all of you. And thank you, Jody, once again. Fun facts about myself. I think Jody didn't mention that. I joined Lions as a Leo Lyon member in the year 2014, but I actually joined Leo in high school since 2002. Yep. That's all from me.
Potter did say that you are the current second vice district governor too.
Yes, actually, I'm wearing a few hats. I am also a current second vice district governor. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Potter. Thank you for reminding him that he has also got that other hat as well. You know, we again are so lucky to have such talented GAT leaders, and having them part of the team and the group leaders, it really is a pleasure to serve with all of you. Hey, guess what? One of the things I'm going to ask Dave and Potter as you're on the call, as questions are coming up, or if you have any comments, feel free to jump in just like everyone else and share so that we can all learn from one another together. So we're going to jump a little bit over and share some images with you and some information about your training plan this year. I'm fairly certain most of you have seen this information, so this will not be the first time you're seeing it. Hold on a second, I got to get to where we're going and go ahead here one slide. And you know, when I looked at this earlier today, again in reviewing, I was like, oh my goodness, we're already in October. A quarter of your year as vice district governor, first vice district governor, is already passed. And it's kind of crazy that it's gone that fast, at least as far as I'm concerned. It's just a couple of highlights. This is available to you as a PDF. I can email it out to you again if you did not find it. But I'm going to give you kind of a high level overview of what your training is going to look like. So you already know that you're going to be getting monthly training sessions. Basically, and they're going to be split between your GAT area leader and our group. As you look at this, just a couple of things to note. You are going to be this month getting a leadership skills assessment from Lions Clubs International. This is an amazing program that International provides to every first vice district governor-elect to give you insight into better insight into your leadership skills and who you are and how you might best interact with others, and also suggest some opportunities that you might have to improve your skill set. So just want to keep a lookout for that. I am sure when it comes out that it will come directly to you from International, and then they will ask me to make sure you get it. So you'll get it twice, but that way we make sure you get it. Convention registration for International starts in November, and then you're also going to get your printed pre-assignment booklet for the International coming to you in November as well. But I really want to focus here for a minute on what's coming up after that, because we've got some changes that have occurred, as you know, due to COVID and the crisis that's going, the global pandemic. Some changes have been made in how we're handling the seminars. So in February and March, we're going to have, the dates are yet to be determined with this exact dates for this virtual district governor-elect school. And when we get the dates and we get the curriculum and all the information, when I get it from Lions Clubs International, I'm going to reach out to all of you as soon as I can, so we can find the dates and times that are best for all of your schedules. I will tell you it's going to be a series of days. I don't know exactly how many yet, but we will do the best we can to be as flexible as possible. All the sessions will be recorded. So if you can't make it live to a session, you'll be able to catch up by watching the recording. Because we've gone with this virtual DGE school, it's kind of exciting. You guys are going to get 2 days in person at the International Convention on June 23rd and 24th. You'll be arriving in Montreal on June 22nd. And then those 2 days are going to be chocked full of fun and excitement and inspirational presentations and opportunities for us all to bond together face to face, and also for our partners in service to join us in that bonding. So that's the basic overview of our training gear as it sits right now. Does anyone have any questions on the schedule or what's going on with that? I either love it when there's no questions or it scares me, and we'll figure that out later. But if you think of a question, feel free to bring it up whenever you do within chat, or go ahead and break in and ask your question. All right, let's go back and let's talk about the next stage of this. So the other piece that we need to look at with your training, and it's a key part of your training, is your online assignments. Our Lions Leadership Division has put together a whole series of trainings for us online. And this online training is through the Lions Learning Center, and you log in to it through the Lions International website. I sent an email to all of you on September 19th with an attachment that told you how to sign up for your own personal account and be able to access your training. Has anyone had any challenges? If anyone's having any challenges with that, please let me know, and I will help walk you through getting registered and signed up for your account, and then helping you find the sessions. But there's actually, 5 of them that are assigned to be done between now and January 31st. Those are selecting your team, communication skills for district governors, an overview of the district ebook, which is going to be your Bible and how to operate this next year, how to set goals, and then an introduction to SWOT analysis. So these are the pieces that you're going to be working on these next couple months. A couple of words of advice. Number 1, don't procrastinate. If I had a flashing sign that I could do it for you again, I would just say, don't procrastinate. Here's the deal. I know January 31st feels like it's a long way away. The reality is, as a first vice district governor, you're going to get busier and busier and busier as the year goes on. So going through and taking these assignments now is going to give you the best bang for your buck and the best understanding of it, and also make you feel the least pressured by the whole thing. The sessions take anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes. I went through them all, and they're really pretty well done, if I have to say. I do say so myself. I looked at it, and as I look at these trainings, there's a lot of basic concepts that, in the way they're presented through this coursework, allow you to focus on your own self and how they apply to your own situation. So please think that through. It looks like we got a question from Grant. Grant, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, no, not so much a question, but rather I've completed them all. And they, as you said, only took about 15, 20 minutes to do most of them. Some of them where you were setting your goals, they might take, say, 25, 30 minutes, but I've completed the whole set, and they're really well put together for online learning. Usually it's death by PowerPoint slide, but these are actually really quite contemporary. So just wanted to say congratulations.
Grant, thank you. Is there anyone else who's taken any or all of the courses that would like to add any comments? Or if anyone has any questions about the courses?
Yeah, I took all the courses too, Jody, and it's very simple, but it's very eye-opening. Was very worthwhile to do that. And I agree with you. Don't procrastinate. Do it now, because you got to start selecting your team and your goals and all those things now. And this helps you identify what you need to do.
Fantastic. Thank you. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
I did the same too. And I agree with Dale that it is actually is very simple. But once, don't procrastinate, because once you sit down, you will want to finish the whole thing.
Mm.
Excellent comments. Anyone
Hey,
else?
Jody. Yep.
Yes.
I've taken some of the courses in the past, and the ones that are now are so much better. The quality of the courses are fantastic. They were quite boring before and lengthy. Now they're to the point, and you learn a lot quicker of what the topic is. Bravo to LCI on that.
Yeah, I think they've put a lot of time and resources into reworking that training program, the online training, to truly give us something that's viable and valuable for each and every one of us. Anyone else have any comments or questions they'd like to make about the online training?
Jody, I did the training as well, but I haven't set my goals yet. I've got to go back and do that, but I did work on it. I thought we had to have it done for tonight, so.
Oh, well,
I worked on them this week.
Well, I'm glad you got there. So let's talk about your goals for a moment. Your goals, there is actually going to be specific assignments that are going to help you work through your goals. So at this point, in either Potter or Dave, you can jump in if I'm misrepresenting this, but I do believe right now, what I would do if I was you is come up with your general concepts and the general goals you're looking at implementing next year. Make sure you're working off of this year's team goals of your whole district so that you're building off of that success so that you can then take it to the next level. So as you're starting to put that together and starting to think through that, start writing them down so that you don't forget. Because if you're anything like me, I think about it at 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's long gone. So make sure you write them all down. Dave or Potter, is that your understanding about how the goal setting is going to work this year?
If you'd like me to throw in on that, Jody, so your goals, traditionally we had district governor goals. And if you notice now, they're called district goals. And truly what we're trying to get across is the team concept of goal setting. Remember, as district governor, you don't want to do this all by yourself. And trust me, there'll be plenty of times where you have to do things all by yourself. So what we want is we want a team, we want an established team, and that's your GAT team who is going to work with other Lions in your district to achieve your goals. So we want to include our entire district in our goal setting and make sure that you do that as part of your, it's really build a plan underneath the GMA process. So that's what I'd throw in.
That's perfect, Dave. And that's coming down the way, just a little bit down the road. A few months from now, I think that's we're next building a vision, then we build a plan, as I recall. So I do believe that your goals will be due. Your rough draft of your goals, I believe, are going to be due by the time we do our district governor-elect virtual training in February and March at the latest. They may come sooner. So just keep an eye out on your email, because I believe that is part of the information you'll be getting in the next couple of weeks to the next month or so. So the other thing I really want to make sure that you realize is that all of the area leaders and myself and any of the other group leaders, if you know any of them, we are all here to assist you. But we can't help you if you don't reach out to us. We don't have this magic thing in our head that says, oh my God, Dale's stuck right now. I need to reach out and see what he's doing. So either call, text, email, send a message, WhatsApp me, whatever it is, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can to help you work through whatever it is that's going on. I may not have the answers or be able to fix it, but I at least can help us work through the process to get you what you need. So anything else?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is there any indication from our Vice President Brian Sheehan on his direction?
Why, as a matter of fact, I found he's not supposed to announce these things, but
Yeah,
I saw a post on the on Facebook earlier today, and they're up shooting Brian's videos, his Vice President Brian's video for his presidential year, and someone showed a picture of the plaque, and it says his theme for next year is "Together We Can." So I don't know that anyone else caught that. And again, we're not supposed to necessarily be spreading the word on that, but it is my understanding that it is "Together We Can." And it's on a plaque in a park in Bird Island, Minnesota. So I'm guessing it's not going to change. And it's in front of a giant, like 10-foot tall penguin. So "Together We Can." Well, that should allow you all to start working forward on whatever, if you like to build your theme for the district next year off of the vice president or the president's theme, that will be Vice President Brian's theme. Great question. Anyone else with a question before we move on? Yes.
So this is Loy.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think he also gave a hint on the GMA approach, the global membership approach. I think that was a big hint to us that that would be his main concentration area. Right. Okay. Thank you.
I totally agree with you. It's you know, having known Brian for as many years as I have, his ability to build teams and his ability to motivate all of us to build stronger teams is just phenomenal. So excited to see how that all comes together. Oh, and I'm wearing my Team Sheehan shirt. So, you know, just to show off the fact that Brian is truly a team guy. So, all right, let's go back and let's meet a few more members of our team here before we go on to the next item. And let's see who is next on the list. Dwayne, I believe, is here with us. Dwayne?
There we are. Hi, everybody. Dwayne Wanker. I'm from 5 and 13 in Manitoba, Canada. And 48 clubs in our district. Well, the farthest away for me is about an 8-hour drive. Looking forward to getting up there and meeting those folks pretty soon. I'm a past district governor. I've been aligned for 10 years and held various functions within the Lions organization. Let me see. Fun fact, I've actually got 2 of them. Believe it or not, I actually know Burl Bauer. We kind of worked hand in hand 12, 13, 14 years ago. And my son and daughter-in-law and 2 grandsons are moving actually to Chinchilla, Queensland, which is a few hours away from where Lion Graham is down near Brisbane. So that's what I have for you folks.
Oh, that's very cool. It's awesome to see you, Dwayne, and it's very cool that you have those connections. Cool. All right, let us go and see who's next. So just for the record, I've seen this wheel of names used in online meetings. I've actually seen it used in live meetings because clubs that are looking to run, here it goes, I think it's going to share. Anyways, I've seen clubs use it in their live meetings even in order to be able to do their raffles or draw. Yay, Jackie. Is Jackie, I can't remember if Jackie is with us. Go check out here. I think Jackie might have been here earlier, and I think she had dropped off the call. So let's go ahead and find the next lucky sharer. Dale, I see that you are up next.
Okay, I'm Dale Schrod. I am a first vice district governor in Iowa 9 Northeast, which is part of MD9. I've been a Lion. I started in 1975 in Davenport, Iowa, and was a Lion down there till 1992, and I had to relocate. My degree is in art. I'm an artist, and I had my own applied graphics firm down there. And let's see, then I moved to Cedar Falls, Iowa, and I became a Lion again in 2015. So I missed about 22 years there. I really missed a lot. So I'm trying to make up for it. So I've been president, zone chair, board of directors, first president, second president, first president, on and on and on and on. Zone now, first vice district governor, second vice district governor, and all those. So I'm looking forward to next year. And I've got 3 boys, and they're all doing very well, and I don't have to support them. And 2 years ago, my wife joined the Lions.
That's awesome. So I know that as a person whose husband didn't join the Lions until I'd been a Lion for probably almost 25 years, it's awesome to make it a family affair and have the kids in as well. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And by the way, Dale, my husband's name is Dale. So I'll try not to call you the names I sometimes call him. So there you go. I know I can pronounce that. I know I can pronounce your name right at least. So I won't goof that one up. Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing, Dale.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up we have, let's see if we can get this wheel. We're getting there, people. Mike Rivera, are you here? I thought you were here.
Okay, let's see if you can hear me.
We can hear you, Mike.
All right, I'm trying to get the video. I'm a technology dope here, so let me see if I can get the video on this dumb thing to work.
I just pinged you. You might have a thing that says ask to start video.
Says unable to access camera. Maybe it's because I'm using my cell phone.
That's okay. Well,
I couldn't get on the iPad because of technology, so I'm not sure what the heck went on with that. It didn't accept the address, so I'm not sure. Anyways, again, Mike Rivera, Clear Lake Evening Lions Club, 9NC, up here in northern Iowa. And Clear Lake's claim to fame is the home of the Surf Ballroom. So any of you rock and roll fans out there know about the day the music died. That was over 60 years ago when Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper died in the plane crash. And so I mentioned that because that's one of the big events or one of the places that our club goes to. All the concert events there, we pop popcorn. And so that's how we raise a lot of our money. In addition to that, this happens to be the 50th year of the song by Don McLean, American Pie. And so that's a big deal this year. And a couple of fun facts about me. I don't know if they're fun facts, but things that I'd like to do to all the friends down there in good old Australia. Hope to get down there and do some surfing sooner rather than later. And it's been a few years now since I practiced anything, but I do hold a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Wow.
And I'm done. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. So, you know, the International Convention is going to be in Melbourne in 2024, I believe it is. So that would be an awesome opportunity to get down there and also to be able to see and experience another international convention. Scott, I believe, is still here himself. Scott, you want to go ahead and unmute yourself? Nope, we lost Scott. I swear he logged in earlier. All right, one more, and then we will go on to something else before we come back to this again. Irene, how's it going down in Iowa or Illinois, Irene?
I am so glad my name was chosen because the stress was killing me. It's like bingo, you know, when you have a B6 and they say B7. I am Irene Leopold. I am from Morris, Illinois. I grew up in a suburb of Chicago. I now live about 70 miles southwest of Chicago. Morris, Illinois is the county seat for Grundy County, and we're known for our Corn Fest because we are surrounded by cornfields and soybean fields. I've been a Lion for 16 years, and a fun fact about me, I am number 11 of 13 children.
Wow.
And I am the 3rd daughter of 4 girls. And well, I have 8 older brothers. Growing up, I didn't date much because I have 8 older brothers. Spring will be 40 years, and my husband and I have together 3 children and 11 grandchildren. And I'm very excited and very nervous, but happy nervous. Like it's a like Christmas morning excitement, and still a little nervous about, well, I hope everybody hopes the gifts I have to offer for next year.
Oh, Irene, I'm sure everyone is going to love what you have to do. You have a very positive attitude, which is always helpful. So
Well,
thank you for sharing,
And
and
for
welcome.
one thing I'd like to add, and what Jody mentioned earlier, that if we had any questions or any help, to reach out to her in an email, I will vouch for that. I reached out to her, and within 12 hours, I had an answer on where I could go to try to get my problem solved. And I haven't, unfortunately, been able to follow through with it yet, but I got an immediate response, and I'm very appreciative. And I want to know, what lighting are you using? Because you look like you're 16 years old.
Oh, thank you. Why, I am 16. It's actually, thankfully, the Zoom has that make you pretty setting, and that and a combination of a desk light overhead. It's upper lighting is always from the top down is always helpful. So
please share that setting with us. And for the rest of you, you can call me anything you want as long as you put little or young in front of it. I'm good with it.
that's fantastic. Thank you, Irene. All righty. Let's move on to something else for a moment. And this is really an important part of our conversation. And we'll come back to the rest of you for your introductions in a minute or two here, but let me get another screen here to share with you. And this is a conversation about our communications and meeting logistics. So here's the deal. We're going to have a little bit of tech talk, and I know not everyone is comfortable with technology. So I wanted to make sure we started out this whole portion of our conversation by telling you that it's okay if you're not a techie. You don't have to know everything. And I know that there's so much coming at you already that this is very overwhelming to start with. So adding this technology in is really probably stressing some of you out. But the reality is that in order to communicate across the globe, we do have to use some of this technology. So if you're struggling, I am here for you. I have trained on many of these tools that we're going to be using for a long time. If I don't know how to do it, I have a lot of techie friends who know more about these things than I do, and I'm here to help, and they will help, and we'll get the help you need, and we'll walk through it one-on-one. Because here's the key. The key is that we sit down together and work through it one-on-one. So, but it goes back to, again, you have to reach out to me to let me know you're having a problem, or I won't know and we can't work you through it. So I again suggest you reach out sooner than later, because you will be much less frustrated with the technology and be able to kind of jump in and be ready to go. So first up, emails. And I shared this information with you via an email in August or September, I believe it was. And one of my frustrations with Lions Clubs International is they send emails from numerous email addresses. So they're ending up in people's spam folders. So I collected the emails I could find that they've been sending from, and I shared them with you via that email, and they're here again on the screen. I'll share them with you again after this session. But please make sure these emails are in your contact list, because once you put them in your contact list, they won't end up in spam. And important information is coming out for you that will help you in your training to become a district governor from Vice President Brian. As you can see, he has 2 email addresses you might be getting things from. The GAT team, myself, and then our team is supported by a staff member by the name of Lisa Serino, and that is her email address there. I did not share with you the email addresses of your GAT area leaders. They have shared those with you. So please make sure to add those to your list as well. One other thing I had for you on email, actually 2 things. Emails, the way emails work with Lions Clubs International, when they send an email out to all of you asking for you to take action or need to make sure that you see it, I, within a couple of hours or a couple of minutes, depending on how urgent the message is, get an email as well saying, please forward this to all of your district governors elects and make sure that they got this information. Ask for a receipt, ask for them to respond to you. I am asking all of you, I only put when I send you an email and ask you to respond, please respond. Otherwise, it takes more time figuring out who's responded, who hasn't. I've got a giant spreadsheet that I keep track of everything we're doing on for each one of you. And if I get a call from VP Brian or PID Bruce or anyone from LCI, I can say, hey, I talked to them. They got this on XYZ date. So please make it easier on all of us just to make sure that's there. Any questions on emails? Not seeing or hearing any right this second.
I do.
Sure. Okay.
It might be an obvious answer, but if we're receiving emails from Brian from both emails, will we be receiving the same content twice or open each because he might be sending different information with different emails?
So that is a great question. So the question, my answer to that, and I don't know this 100%, but I'm 99% sure that they only send the content. If you get an email from Brian that came from First Vice President at roar.lionsclub.org, that will be the only place you get that email, that specific information. They do not duplicate those messages. The only duplication you will get is from one of those email addresses for VP Brian and myself forwarding it to you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, because we do get a lot of the same email, just different email addresses from within our clubs or our districts. So I wanted to clarify if possible, whether or not that would happen with Brian's email addresses. So each email address may have its own email topic. Go ahead, open it. It's not a duplicate, most likely.
Correct. And if it is a duplicate, I suggest you respond to that email address and ask them to stop duplicating it. I continue to fight the fight for you. I tried to get them to create one email address that said, so you get what only coming from one email, everything that from LCI only came from one email, and I have not been successful. So I'm willing to keep fighting the fight for you. And if I see new email addresses come up, I will share them with you as well. But just be on the lookout for that on your own as well, just so you're aware of it. It's important. This is the main form of communication we have. So it's really important that you stay on top of that. Anything else on our emails? I don't believe I have yet shared your email addresses, all of your contact information with each other. I'm going to be sending out an email that's going to have a poll on it for our upcoming meetings. And it's also going to ask you to give permission to share your information, your contact information amongst our group. Because of privacy laws, I don't feel comfortable with just sharing it outright. So if you are uncomfortable, or comfortable, whichever way it is, you just need to let me know and respond to that email so we can make sure that we have the ability to have conversations and be in touch with one another, but we aren't infringing on anyone's rights and privacy. So just an FYI. That email that I was just referring to that you're going to get in the next day or so is also going to include an opportunity for us to talk about and determine when our next meetings are going to be for this group. We already talked about the fact that you're going to be having monthly meetings with GAT, and there's all kinds of other trainings and things coming up. But this group has 2 more opportunities to get together virtually besides the district governor-elect virtual district governor-elect school. And that's one of them in January and another one in June. So at the beginning of the year, I sent out a survey to you all and asked what the best meeting times were. Heard back from about half of you, and that's how we ended up with this meeting time on a Sunday evening. But as I think it was David that said earlier, this is the middle of the day for some of our friends from Australia and Malaysia, and some of them are working and need to be focused on their work. So if there is a better meeting time, we will definitely move it. If you cannot be in attendance at one of our meetings, we will definitely record it and be sharing that out as well. So opportunities, Grant, I got message received, Grant. So look for that email and please respond. I'm going to give you a week to respond because we need to get these meetings scheduled so they're on your calendar. And it's going to come to you via what's called a doodle poll. And I'm going to type that in the chat window because I don't know that I'm enunciating it well enough for you all. And it is another free resource for you if you're looking to schedule meetings with a large group over multiple days. It allows you to easily do a quick poll and get input and see which dates are best for everyone. So, Grant, did you have a question or comment?
I just wanted to make a comment. I'm one of these people that still loves to do online gaming, would you believe it? And that being the case, we tend to set up all of our global gaming meetings for the Saturday traditionally, because we're actually in Australia sort of a day ahead of, you know, where you're at in America, and we also have the time and date difference with the UK as well. It just allows us to actually, it's still a weekend for us, so it's actually the Sunday when you're setting up the meetings. It does make it a little bit easier if it's sometime either early morning Eastern Standard Time or late afternoon. It tends to work in with the US then when you're actually setting the times. Anyway, it's just a suggestion, but if you make the meeting Saturday US, it's actually Sunday for us. So as a general rule, and it works okay.
Great point, Grant. So I have a question for you. So Saturday nights, I am usually tied up from 5 to 7 p.m. running the Burmester Virtual Bar, but we could move the meetings to either Friday or Saturday evenings at 7 p.m. potentially for these last two sessions, if that works. So I will put that in and I'll make sure that's part of our discussion on that doodle poll as we're looking at things.
Yeah, look, Saturday night at 7 p.m. is probably maybe a pain in the bum for people in the US, but for Australia, it just means it's going to be around 11 o'clock on Sunday. So
Sure.
for us,
sure. Well, we'll see what we can do. Again, we may end up deciding that we move it around. If we've got, we'll see what the results are before we make some determinations. The goal obviously is to get us together as often as possible with as many of us as possible so that we can really kind of start building our team of Group 20. So thank you for that insight, Grant. Before we go to WhatsApp and talk about WhatsApp, because that is one of our final topic for the evening, I would like to spend some time getting to know the rest of our group. So here we go. Let's get back to sharing the screen here. And that's my cat, George, crying in the background. Again, I am not torturing him or anything, I swear. All right, here we go. Awesome. Rick with us right now?
There, can you hear me?
I can. Hello, Rick.
How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. My name's Rick Moore. I'm from Payson, Utah, and I've been a Lion for about 37 years now. My grandpa was a Lion, my dad was a Lion, my mom and my wife were both the first Lady Lions in our club. And I guess one of the fun facts is my daughter, about 6 years ago, I took her to one of our district conventions and asked her if she just wanted a free dinner. And then on the way down, I threw her a vest and kind of voluntold her that she was going to be a new Lion. So she was put in, and this year she's our district governor, and I'm her first vice district governor. So anyways, I'm excited for this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That's
awesome.
it.
Rick, I love your daughter. I happen to know your daughter and have had the opportunity to work with her, and she's phenomenal.
Yes, she is.
And I was so excited that we get to work together this year as well. So, and get to know you better. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so awesome to see so many of us who have our families as Lion members as well. And it truly for us here in my house, it's a family event. Our daughters are both lions. And my husband's a lion. And it's really just a way of life. And the more people we can get doing that. All righty, Jeanette. Did Jeanette make it back in? I know we lost her for a little bit.
I'm here. Do you see me?
Yay! I can. Can you see me?
I can. My name is Lion Jeanette Bean. I am the first Vice District Governor for 5NW, which is in the multiple District 5. I actually am in the multiple district with Ron Burnell and with Burl. So that's nice that I have two partners here. I actually spent the weekend down in South Dakota for their state convention, which was fun. Some fun facts about me. I was born in Okinawa, Japan, and I raised my true love that I love to share is that I raised a puppy for Leader Dog, and he is actually getting placed with a client on the 10th of October. So that's my little fun fact.
That is so awesome. So for those of you outside of the United States, Leader Dog is a lion-based guide dog program out of Michigan, USA. And it has been, it is an amazing, amazing gift and that you gave by raising that puppy, Jeanette, because I know people whose lives have been changed by Leader Dogs. And it's just remarkable. So thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
That's probably my biggest joy in my life, to be honest. I think I learned more from him than he learned from me, just because he taught me so many things. And the biggest thing was to be humble and patient. So
Maybe
I'll do it again.
Maybe I need a Leader Dog because my patience level, even after all these years, is not there. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks, Jeanette.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, we got a couple more of you who have been waiting patiently. Here we're getting down to the final four. It's kind of like a big tournament thing here. David, are you still with us?
I am with you. Here I am.
Fantastic.
I'm Dave Coates. I'm with District 9MC in Iowa, just outside of Des Moines. My club is Johnston Lions Club, which is just north of here. Little fun fact about me is I'm a scuba diver. This is my scuba diving group called Bubble Buddies. And that's it.
That's an awesome name, Bubble Buddies. Say that fast like 5 times. I think it gets a little bit messy. It's awesome to have you here.
Thank you.
All righty then. We are down to the final 3 and excited to get to meet all of you. Here we go. Connie, it's finally your turn, my friend.
Hi. Nice to meet all of you. Hi, hello.
Welcome.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, I'm this fiscal year, I am the first Vice District Governor of District 308A2. And I have 2 children. My son is a lawyer and my daughter is a mechanical engineering. They are Lions too. And I'm also the charter president of Lions Club of Cebu Judo. And my profession, I'm one of the directors of Cebu Woodlands International School. I love lions. I enjoy being with lions and working with the lions. Thank you very much for having this opportunity to say a few words. Thank you. Nice to meet all of you.
Thank you, Connie, and thank you for all you do. That is phenomenal. It's not only volunteering for you, it's your career. And that's really, really cool. So it's lovely to meet you.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, we have 2 lucky lions left. Let's see who's going to go first and who's going to be the best for last. Vin, you are up.
Hi. Yeah, I'm not the last one. Anyway. Yeah. Anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Win Pang from Sydney. I'm 43 years old this year. I have been drawn to the Lions Cup of Sydney in the West since 2009. Yeah, I'm the first district governor of 2001 and 5, Sydney district. I was founder of the Loving Education and Migration Group in Sydney in 2004 and has worked in this field for more than 18 years. My business brings over 100 overseas students and new migrants to Australia every year. I was heavily involved on the committee, both in the marketing and sponsorship areas that organized the election of Australians' first international president, Barry Palmer. This has been a very difficult year, not just our Sydney and 5, but for the whole of Australia. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought huge, perhaps permanent change to our life. We as Lions, we have to rethink the way in which we do our fundraising and service activities. Yeah, we know this is not easy, but anyway, we try our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Vin. It has been a very challenging year for all of us, and I look forward to us being able to share as we go on in future sessions how our districts and our areas are able to kind of overcome some of these challenges and how they're continuing to serve even through them. So thank you for sharing that. All right, so I am going to see, I've never done this before, so we're down to one lucky lion, the best for last, we'll say, and see, I've never seen how this works. It even works with just one person on the wheel. That's kind of cool. Always learning, you guys. So I heard you called KK earlier. Is KK still on the line?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Do you go by KK?
Yes. In fact, most of my friends or Lions, they will call me either Loy or call me KK. So KK Loy will do, or Loy KK will do. Okay, right? Because my Chinese name Kui Kiao is a bit hard to pronounce for certain people. All right. But Jody, you pronounce it very well and good, and very accurate. Okay, you got the right pronunciation. Thank you so much, Jody. All right, and we have friends here in Malaysia, especially they find difficulties in pronouncing it. So I rather they call me KK instead of struggling with my names. Anyway, thank you so much for giving the opportunity to be with this group G20. All right, I'm from Lions Club of Puchong, from the state of Selangor, and we share the same multiple district with Connie, Dorothy, and even SK from Singapore. We chartered the club, Lions Club of Puchong 2006, right? And I was active since then. In fact, I was active since I was in my teenage age. Right? I was Leo's way back in 1974 to 1976. Okay, roughly you will know how old I am now. Okay, since then, and probably I'll be one of the oldest surviving Leos in this part of the world. Okay, which is from the District 308B. Those days they were called District 308. There was no A and B and B1 or B2 yet, right? So fun facts, and I like to have a good friends here from from America, if I'm not mistaken, right? David, right? David Coates, right? I'm also a diver. Okay, I used to dive a lot in Indonesia and also in Philippines, right? These are my two best dive sites. So I hope to see you again. Hope to see you in this part of the world where we can dive together. Okay, thank you so much. That's all about me. Thank you so much. And one more, Jody, being the last, will I have a prize? I was like Irene, anxiously and very stressful, waiting for my turn. And I didn't realize that I'm going to be the last.
Well, you know what?
It was a surprise to me.
So Kiki, just so you know, I goofed up. I somehow deleted Grant's name from the wheel, so he's actually going to be the last because I made a boo boo. So
Okay,
you're
the
second to the
last.
last.
All right. But anyway, it's a fun dress now. Okay. All right. Good.
It's fantastic. Thank you.
Over to you, David. Over to you, Jody.
Thank you. Grant, it's actually over to you. And I apologize and thank you if I missed anyone else because I set that wheel up to auto delete and I must have done a practice with Grant's name and it came off. So Grant, you are up finally.
Thanks very much. Yeah, my name is Grant Victor Gordon. I'm part of V14, which is in central Victoria in Australia. And we're also a very large district, probably not dissimilar to what Graham was mentioning with his Queensland district. I've been involved with Lions for about 15 years or so now. My family is involved, and fun facts. This stage, we're up to about 257 days in lockdown in Victoria, so we're going for the world record. Joy. A little bit stir crazy, but I've got very good at the virtual meeting space. And we've met so far about 20 of our clubs so far out of our 73 in the district virtually. So that's been going along really well. Other fun fact is when I had we had one of our clubs that was just about to collapse. They only had 4 members left, Little Country Club, and where I'm based, our township's got about 13,000 people. And when the club was about to crash, I did what I normally do, organised my birthday party and invited everyone along. No presents. Everyone just has to join up Lions Club. So we got 22 new members for that club for the day, and that worked really well. So we continue to do that sort of thing to generate our membership in the regional areas. Love it. So all good. That's it.
That is one of the more unique methods I've heard of revitalizing a club, and I love it. I'm going to make note of that, and maybe my birthday coming up will have some more additions to my Lions Club. So awesome. Thank you, Grant. And thank you for your tolerance with my missing a few things here. So we are on to our last topic. I know it's been a long time, but there's a lot of us, and it's important that we take the time to at least get to see each other's face and put a name and face together and learn a little bit about each other. It's so cool to hear how much we have in common. And I think that's one of the most amazing things about Lionism. The more you reach out on a global level, the more you realize that we all share similarities. We all share similar opportunities and similar challenges, and that we can all work together on a larger network to make things better locally where we come from. So it's really, really awesome for all of us. So, all right, let's switch topics and let's go on to our last topic, which is going to be how we're going to communicate going forward. So emails are really important, but there's a lot of other things that go on, little trainings that pop up or other information that we might want to share with one another, or we might run across something we're having a challenge with and want to get advice from our fellow Group 20 members. And so the initial survey that I sent out in August, that we picked the date for this meeting, and we also talked about what type of application you'd like to use to be able to keep in touch. I heard very clearly from a number of you that you are not social media people, and I totally get that. And I also heard very clearly by the numbers that the majority of you wanted to be involved and use WhatsApp. So what is WhatsApp? Some of you are very aware of it. It's a very popular application across the globe for communications, both via chat messaging and messages, and also for making free phone calls and across internet calls. It is a totally secure option. You are not going out on the internet. You are only communicating within our little group when you join the group. So I'm going to put I'm going to attempt while we're talking here to put the WhatsApp link here in the window for you all. I've sent it to you at least once or twice, and I'll send it to you again in the follow-up. If you are concerned, I'm asking you all to join this group so that we can have these conversations and support one another. If you are uncomfortable with that, if you could please let me know, that would be fantastic. And I want to make sure to keep you in a loop, and we'll find some other way to keep you involved in the conversations. Any questions on WhatsApp or why we're using it, or if you anything else you'd like to share when it comes to WhatsApp? I believe, by the way, I'm trying to get my internet to cooperate here. I think we've got about 13 of you are already signed up for WhatsApp out of the 27 possible. So there is definitely room and opportunity for the rest of you. This is yet another one of those opportunity. If you've got questions, comments, or concerns in how to set yourself up or log into WhatsApp or what it takes, please reach out. I will tell you that I am a recent convert to WhatsApp. I've got now a number of groups going because it's an easy way for us to communicate globally. So that's that. Grant, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you the next time. So is there any other questions that anyone has for us tonight?
Jody,
question about the WhatsApp when you have a moment.
Okay, let's go with SK, and then we'll go with Irene.
Okay, hi. No, I just have a comment. Unlike Lions in Canada, Australia, and USA, we in our multiple district 308, we have different ethnic races. So we have the Chinese Lions, or rather we have Lions who can speak very well in English, but also many are conversant in Mandarin. All right, so many of our activities and convention and so on, we do have to cater to 2 languages. All right, and there's one thing I want to comment. Okay, for most of the Malays, they can speak English, so it's not a problem. But many of the Chinese, they are only conversant in Chinese, and many new Lions within our multiple district are from mainland China. So they come over, they migrate to Singapore or Malaysia and so on. They join the Lions movement, so we have to cater for them. So just one comment I make. My second comment is that about COVID-19. This pandemic has affected all of us around the world. Okay, is there what to call? Do we know, if it is not private, how many lions are actually affected by COVID? Are we, and for that matter, how many have died because of that? Just my 2 comments. Thank you.
Thank you, SK. I don't believe there's any way that LCI would be able to track the deaths of Lion members from COVID. I unfortunately know a number of them myself, and I'm guessing a number of you do as well. The challenges with COVID have also provided us with some silver linings. They've moved us forward with technology in ways that most of us would never have even considered before COVID. So that's a really interesting question, and LCI headquarters might have more input on that, but I don't know of a way they could track that. The other thing is the bilingual nature of your area is another potential challenge. And I know some of our Canadian provinces have both French Canadian and English as their 2 languages as well. And it's fascinating to learn from you how you all work together. And it's something I think that as we move on again in our trainings, we can learn from you how to be more inclusive of people that don't necessarily speak the same language we speak or look the way we do. So we will be calling on you for that, SK, down the road. So thank you for sharing that. Irene, you had a question about WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Is WhatsApp similar to like a private email thing, or is it a verbal phone call?
It is a messaging app, a private secure messaging app. So it's like it allows you to message individuals or groups via either a typed message, chat type message, or sharing of, and you can share documents or photos or anything in that as well, or to make a phone call to them. And it's an internet phone call.
Okay, because I see it's got the telephone icon on it, and then there's the option to start a chat, and I wanted to test it, but I didn't know if it was all right, Jim, I'm gonna test it with you, Kaiser. So we could see how it works, because I wasn't sure if it's something where we are all talking at once, like a party line, or if it was something similar to this chat thing that we're seeing on the side of the screen when we want to comment to you.
It's kind of, I closed WhatsApp because my laptop was lagging because it seems to be overheating right now. But it's kind of like if you're a member of like the Global Lions Forum or any of those Facebook groups that have a lot of conversations going on, it's basically a place to have a chat type conversation.
Okay.
And or to pick up the phone and call. It does, to my knowledge, and some of you who are more experienced in it may know for sure, but I don't believe that you can have a group conversation on the phone, on a phone call, but maybe you can.
So if any of you out there get this message from Irene, I was trying to see how it works, and we'll figure it out all together, right?
Perfect.
Jody,
yes.
Actually you can, up to 4 people. If
Up
you
to
have a
4.
chat group of 4 people, you can have a conference call and so on, 4.
Oh, that's fantastic.
4. More than that, I don't think they can.
So for group 20, we need to share phone numbers.
Well, it's actually, I believe you can put it in as your name instead of your phone number. When you sign up, you can have your name shared as opposed to your phone number.
Yeah, I think Jody, for us to join the WhatsApps that you have just forwarded to us, we need your phone number before we can join the WhatsApps.
So I'm going to give you my phone number right now, and I believe, do I do a +1? I think I too am learning WhatsApp as we go along here. You should also be able to click on that link in the chat window and be able to join the group from that link. That's how the majority of people that I've been able to get into groups have been able to join.
I just sent Jim Kaiser a message on it. It is exactly, it looks like doing a text message.
Yeah, you can attach a file, you can do whatever you need to do with it. So if you're having challenges, I'm going to get this email out to you all hopefully tomorrow, or then by the end of the day tomorrow or early on Tuesday with all of this information. And you should again be able to click on that link. I will add my phone number in again as well, just so you've got it. Anything else on WhatsApp or anything else we've talked about? Any comments, questions, concerns, things we can help each other with? Well, with that, thank you all for all your time this evening. I'm so excited to get to spend this evening with you and this year with you, working with you, and on your journey to be district governors. It is an awesome job, and I'm excited to support you as we go along, as is the rest of the GAT team and everyone else. So I share this quote with you because it made me smile today, and it's, whatever you do, always give 100%. Unless you're giving blood. And if that doesn't necessarily translate to all languages, I'm not sure, to all cultures. It's just a funny little note from Bill Murray, who is a comedian and American actor who's made me smile over the years. I do want to give you a fair warning. I was hoping we'd be able to shoot our own little Group 20 video tonight, but we ran out of time. So we will be shooting our Group 20 video when we get together in January, and we'll do some conversations about that in advance, so we're ready to go. But we'll have our own little Team Sheehan Group 20 video, so fair warning on that. So thank you all for everything you do. Thanks for hanging out with us today, And we will see you all down the road at a GAP meeting or on one of these. And do reach out if there's anything I can do to help you out. Thanks, everyone.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
Good to meet
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye bye, bye
Yeah,
bye,
take
bye
care.
bye,
Bye, all.
bye
Stay
bye,
safe.
bye bye.